What's up, guys? Hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina Naayantara, and this is Manifest with Naayantara. I hope you're all well. In today's discussion, I wanted to talk to you guys about the two main keys to manifesting anything that you actually want. So let's get started. Number one, the first key to manifesting is to keep your eye on the prize. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is having clarity of what it is exactly that you want to manifest. Knowing where it is that you're going, knowing the destination and being clear about it. Let's go with sticking with a relationship. Okay, so let's say there's a relationship that you want to manifest. Know what type of relationship it is, what kind of conversations that you would have with your partner, how you would feel with that person, what they look like, what they smell like. Have some kind of idea in your mind how you would feel when you were in that relationship. What type of hobbies would you have, activities would you share, that kind of thing. So be really clear on what it is that you want in the relationship that you are manifesting. Be really clear. And understand and know, again, who you would be in that relationship. So, and keep your eye on the prize. And the eye on the prize does not necessarily have to be laser focused. So it doesn't have to be at the forefront of your mind every single day. No, it doesn't. It can be here. It can be in your awareness that this relationship is what you want. So step one, keep your eye on the prize and be clear about it. Having that type of clarity will link you with your infinite intelligence even more, because your infinite intelligence does know what you want. It knows you better than you. So you know yourself. Let's say you know yourself. I don't know. Whoever fully knows exactly who they are completely. I don't know. But let's say you know yourself. Your infinite intelligence knows that and then some. Let's say that. So your infinite intelligence is always going to know exactly what it is that you want. It also knows how to bring it to you, but it knows exactly what it is that you want. So have clarity about what it is that you want. Sit down with yourself, really go through it. Give yourself that time to figure out what it is that you want. It's not all the time that you actually know what type of relationship that you want. Is it non-conventional? Is it conventional? Is it polyamorous? Is it monogamous? Is it with a man? Is it with a woman? Is it with whatever? You get my drift. Have some clarity on what it is that you really want. Sit down with yourself and really feel those feelings. Go through those things. Give yourself that time to find out what it is that you want. Once you know what it is that you want, keep it in your awareness and just have it there. Like I said, and again, it doesn't need to be here all the time. It doesn't need to be at the forefront of your mind. Not necessary. Your infinite intelligence is infinite intelligence. It knows all things. So you don't have to be doing all this heavy lifting and keeping it here. And no, you don't need to be doing all of that efforting. Not necessary. Okay. Step two, the second key to creating anything that you want and having anything that you desire is being dedicated to yourself. Being dedicated to the cause, so to speak. So when I wanted to manifest my home, I was dedicated to myself by being disciplined with my money. I was disciplined enough to build a healthy deposit for my home. I disciplined myself. I disciplined my thoughts. My behaviors had to fall in line with that. My thought was, I want my house and I'm going to get it. No matter what happens, no matter how long it takes me, I'm going to get it. And that was my eye was on that prize. It was here. It wasn't always here because it was a process that took some time. So it wasn't always here, no, but it was here that I knew how much I had to put down and how much I was going to save each and every month. And I would take inventory every single month and make sure that I was dedicated to it. And therefore dedicated to myself, because that was my ultimate goal. So in terms of relationship, dedicate yourself. Dedicate to your self-love. Think about all the other relationships that you've had that maybe haven't brought forth what you've wanted. Have a look at those things and see what patterns and other types of behaviors occurred during those relationships and the things that you want to clean up. This is your time now to do that inner work, to put those deposits in your mental bank. Make sure that you're doing that. I physically put money in the bank for my deposit for my home. You have to emotionally and mentally put deposits, and spiritually, into yourself, and trust that it's going to reap rewards. It's going to bring you to your desired end. So dedicate to yourself. Be disciplined in your practice. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be affirming 200 times a day, 2 million times a day. What you'll find is you may start doing that. I mean, when I started affirming myself, I was affirming a lot, and it was very, 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 it was a constant thing, constantly affirming. I found that the level started to come down. The more that my ease rose, the more that my relaxation rose, is the more that the levels of needing to do the techniques all the time began to come down. And now I've reached a beautiful balance between the two things. So the more relaxed that you become, and the more trusting that you become towards gaining and achieving and attaining your desired result, the more that you know that you will, the more that you're surrendering to the universe, is the more that needing to do the practices all day, every day, will begin to just come down a bit. That doesn't mean that you won't do your practice every day, but the levels and even how you do them may change. Everything adapts and changes. We're all a part of this evolutionary process. We're constantly evolving, so that will evolve too. So dedicate whatever it is that you need to do. Dedicate yourself to that. Be disciplined in that. Understand and trust and know that you deserve everything that you want. Keep building and keep filling the holes where you find that your self-concept needs shoring up. Keep filling those things. Keep doing the things that you need to do. Love yourself. Work on your life. Do everything that is required for you to do. Do your 10%. Once you do your 10%, the universe will then take over at the appointed time. And what do I mean by the appointed time? When the conditions are ripe. When the conditions are ripe, the universe will do its part in order to bring about that beautiful relationship that you want, that big love that you want, that because you've been so clear about what you want. You want healthy relationship, longevity. You want to build with your partner, and you're doing the internal work. You're aligning yourself, mind, body, and spirit. You're doing everything that you need to do. You're trusting the infinite intelligence. And once you've put in an amount of deposit that you need to put in, once you've really reached that level, the universe will then take over and do its part. And then the bridge of incidents will unfold. And that's how this works. So let's look at the 2 keys again. 1, eye on the prize. Be clear about what you want. I don't know about you, but there's been many, many, many occasions where I haven't been clear about what kind of relationship I wanted, or what the person was like, or any of those things. And I've gotten a whole lot of interesting experiences because I wasn't clear. Be clear. Sit with yourself. Be clear. And then dedicate yourself to yourself. And when it comes to relationships and relating to other people, this is the emotional realm. This is the emotional, spiritual realm. So feed yourself in those ways, in those emotional and spiritual ways. Shore up anything that needs to be shored up. Ensure that your beliefs about yourself, your security, who you feel you are in relationship to other people, you're secure. Make sure you feel secure, confident, loved. Know that you are genuine, that you are amazing, and that somebody out there is going to want love and give to you in exactly the way that you want, and reciprocate your love exactly the way that you want, and trust that's going to happen. Eye on the prize. Doesn't need to be here. Notice I keep going here. Eye on the prize. Dedicate to yourself. And those 2 things put together, powerful. It's a powerful connection, trust me. And then before you know it, the universe will take over. The infinite intelligence will do its 90%. It will unfold before your very eyes what it is that you want. And you wouldn't have even been able to think about it. There are so many crazy stories out there of how people have met their husbands, wives, long-term spouses and partners. Mad stories of they've been living next door to this person for however long. And do you know what I mean? The universe will co-create, it will bring it together at the appointed time, because what you want is something that's going to last, something that's going to grow and be beautiful and flourish. And it may take some specific conditions in order to bring that forth. So all of the work, all of the deposits that you're putting into yourself right now, all of those seeds are going to germinate and come into fruition and blossom into what it is that you want. All you got to do is to put in on you. If we were to take this to something that's a little bit more practical, if you wanted to specialize in a particular area in a career and you didn't really know anything necessarily about it, your first port of call would be to learn about that, which would be to take a course. And that's what you'd have to do. Dedicate yourself to yourself in doing the course that you need to do. One of my friends, she changed her career completely and became a masseuse. She did the course. She did the work. She put the work in. She learned all of the things, the different body parts, the different muscles. She put the time in. She dedicated herself to it. And now she has clients and is doing the job that she wanted to do. So bringing it back to matters of the heart. Feed yourself. Be in that space with you. Trust you. Shore up anything that you've seen in other previous relationships that haven't gone to the way that you wanted to. Have a look at it and see what happened. See were you clear about the partner that you really wanted? Were you clear about the relationship that you wanted to create? Really think about those things. Think about how clear you were about yourself as well. Were you secure within yourself? Were you sure about you? And wherever you find holes, because there will be some somewhere, work on those things with your affirmations and with your daily practices and your visualizations of you being a healthy, whole person. That's the work that you need to do when it comes to creating a relationship that you want. Put in on that. The infinite intelligence will then guide you to your next steps. Trust that it will happen and it will unfold. So those are my 2 keys to manifesting anything that you want. Quick side story with how I came to this is because when I was manifesting my home, that's what I did. I was very clear on the house that I wanted. The clarity actually came step by step for me when it came to the house I wanted, because I wasn't sure initially of what area I wanted to live in or anything like that. But the clarity came as I was going through the process. And I just kept putting money into my savings account every single month. And I aligned to that. I disciplined myself and I said, no, this is what we're doing. And I aligned to it. And I did it. And I was really laser focused on making sure I was putting the money in. And it wasn't here all the time, like every day of the month. No, but once a month when I got paid, then it was here. So it was in my awareness mostly. And I would just do the work. And the work was discipline my finances, put the money in the account, save the deposit. That was the work. And as I went along, I became more and more clear about the type of home I wanted and where I wanted it to be. And then the universe took over and the bridge of incidents unfolded. And it was really interesting how it all unfolded. I've spoken to you guys about this before when it came to manifesting my home, and I was going to buy a different house, which wasn't where I wanted it to be. And then, my ex-partner cut out. He decided he didn't want to be in a relationship anymore. And the next day, I found the house that I actually wanted. Imagine. And now I can see he was literally only there to support me along the way. But when it came to me actually getting the house that I wanted, that was all mine. And it was meant to be like that. My infinite intelligence knew what it was that I wanted and it brought it to me. Even though I was going for something else, it was like, not for you. So now he's out. He's out. Clear the way. This is what you really want. And it brought me to what I really wanted. So be clear on what it is that you really want. Actually, really be clear. And do the work. Put in the deposits. Do the inner work. Do the internal work. And then allow the bridge of incidents to do the rest. And trust that it's going to happen. Balance, level out, and know that you're going to get it. And that's it for today. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. I really hope that you did. Leave some comments. I'd love to hear some manifestation success stories, some different craziness that the universe does. I would love to hear, because I know it's mad how these things kind of start to come together when you look at hindsight. That's why hindsight's always so amazing, because you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I can see how that all came together, right? Anyway, my Instagram will be in the description. I really do hope that you like today's video, and yeah, I'll be back soon with some more content. Take care, guys. Love you. Peace.